Matt Knauss here, and I want to talk with you today about the first appearance in court after a DUI arrest. Now, it might not happen for weeks or even months, but you're going to get a notice to come to court for an arraignment. And that's where you're going to learn what you're charged with, and it's where you'll enter a plea. If you can, try and get an attorney on board before that date, because it's going to make the court go a whole lot smoother. And it's just going to feel better if you've got someone on your team who knows what they're doing. When you see the judge, your attorney is going to do most of the talking. You're going to be asked your name and probably your birth date. They just want to make sure they're talking to the right person. But your attorney is going to enter a not guilty plea, and that will preserve all of your rights. You can always change your mind and plead guilty later, but it makes a lot of sense for you to take the time to talk with a lawyer about your options before you make that permanent decision. Once you've entered your plea, the judge is going to want to talk about your conditions of your release back into the community. And in most cases, what they're going to tell you to do is have law-abiding behavior, show up to court when they tell you to, and maybe don't drink alcohol. It's usually pretty manageable stuff. Now, there are some cases where there might be things like a car accident or a relatively high breath test or even a prior DUI offense. Now, in those situations, the judge might order you to wear an alcohol monitoring bracelet or install a breathalyzer in your car, and they could even set bail. So it's really important that before you go to that hearing, you've talked with an attorney so that you can be prepared for those possibilities. Look, this might be the first time you've ever been to court, and I know that it's overwhelming. That's why we've created a free guide called 5 Steps to a Successful DUI Defense, and you can find a link in the description of this video. No matter who your attorney is, if you follow those steps, you're going to put yourself in the best possible scenario for getting your DUI case dismissed or reduced without going to jail or losing your driver's license. So go ahead, click on that link and download that free guide.